Messi, just because of his size, how he can get past defenders and create. Most importantly, create. And that's what we're lacking. Now, of course, in a perfect world, I wish we could re-sign Martin Odegaard, because I do think he, of course, would be the best option. But there's no way Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are letting him go. But you get the idea, right? We need that playmaking player. Whether it is an Odegaard, a Kevin De Bruyne, someone of that ilk, of that class, is what we're lacking, I think, the most. And I think once we get that player that can sort of stabilize the midfield and truly create, then I think we'll be back to our best as a team. So, practically, the best fit will be Arda Güler, I believe. But my heart says, and me being an optimist says, we should sign Martin Odegaard, or one of those, 5-star players out there like that. Okay, the next position I think we need to fill, is the left back position. Currently, we have Ferland Mendy, and backing him up in that role is, I'm blanking on the guy's name, Fran Garcia. Now, well, those are two good, solid options, with Mendy typically winning out in that battle and starting the majority of our games. According to Footy Stats, Mendy ranks 71st out of 166 La Liga defenders when accounting for battles lost, one-on-ones, passes missed, etc., etc., etc. Truly just the main defensive stats. And the fact that he ranks 71st out of 166 La Liga defenders is concerning, because, we all know that the Premier League is the best league in the world, and it's arguable that Serie A in Italy is the second best. So the fact that he's only essentially average in La Liga is concerning, especially when you consider there are only really 3 dominant teams in La Liga, with Real Madrid, Atletico, and Barcelona leading the way in that debate. So, in terms of the player I think we should get to replace Ferland Mendy is Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich. So, if you've ever watched any FIFA career mode video, you'll know that Alphonso Davies is like the first guy you sign if you do a Real Madrid career mode, because he's typically one of the first players linked to Real Madrid due to the fact that he has an expiring contract. And there's already been reports of Florentino Perez reaching out because of the incredible season they're having. Liverpool currently have 46 points in the Premier League and are first. They have 18 points in the UCL and they are first. They've advanced to the fourth round of the FA Cup, yes. And they're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. So, and Trent is a large reason for that, with his incredible playmaking skills. But, believe it or not, even though it's likely we'll sign him, and I think he'd be a great option, of course, I think the best right back we could sign is actually Joshua Kimmich. Also from Bayern Munich, also on an expiring contract. And the reason why I think he'd be the best for us is because of his mentality. We've often heard pundits say that the challenge of playing on teams like Real Madrid or Barcelona, at least back in the day with Barcelona, is the fact that you have to have such a strong mentality because of the Spanish media. And there's really no other player you could think of besides Kimmich. Kimmich is one of those players where if you search his name on YouTube, the first thing you'll see is stuff about leadership and how strong he is as a player. And of course, it's easy to see. This man goes after every loose ball, is aggressive with every tackle, and he's as happy if he blocks someone from scoring as he is when he scores a goal. And I think that's rare to find, because we've all played growing up and we all know typically scoring a goal is 10 times better than preventing a goal. At least, from like a crowd perspective and player perspective. But yeah, because of his leadership ability and because he's naturally a midfielder, inserting him in that right back role would also expand the offense. And truth be told, I do think he's a better defender than Trent, even though Trent pretty much exclusively plays the right back position. And it has been reported that Joshua doesn't like playing on the right back position. But, I think for a chance to play with Real Madrid and help arguably the best team in the world win another Champions League and La Liga titles, it'd be hard to pass up. As we all know, Real Madrid and Barcelona are the pinnacle typically. So I think any player would want to go there, especially when you're someone like Kimmich, who's on that expiring deal. And there's really nothing tying him down to Bayern when you think about it. Because he's already won everything you can with Bayern. So why not explore a new challenge at the Bernabeu? So, there you go. I think number one, we need that playmaking in the cam position. Number two, I think we need to upgrade our left back. And number three, I think we need a better right back to replace Danny Carvajal as he's getting towards the end of his career. Alright, those are the three players I think we need and will improve Real Madrid. Let me know if you agree and what you think Real Madrid would need to be more competitive across all leagues. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Peace.